Yo, what's up guys, it's Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video we're going to be playing with the best Mega Knight deck in Clash Royale right now to push up, and that's exactly what we're going to try and do with this Mega Knight Miner deck. Really strong deck in the current meta. I haven't really seen many Mega Knight decks recently, but this deck all of a sudden has become very popular, very strong. I don't really know why or when, but honestly I've seen many people being ranked really high with this deck, and I definitely like this type of Mega Knight pressure deck. So let's see what we can do in today's video. Hopefully we can push up quite a bit. And oh no, looks like we're going to be facing Electro Giant first game. Okay, Electro Giant definitely going to be a challenging matchup. I would say that Electro Giant for Mega Knight is not an easy matchup at all, considering we don't have... Okay, he does go with a barbell, he goes with a bomber at the bridge as well. Very aggressive Mega Knight player if you ask me. How is he going to defend the counter push here? Like, he just spent so much elixir. I feel like offensively, is he able to defend the counter push? We can even go with a Goblin gang here as well. Knowing that he doesn't have Barbell in cycle, knowing that he doesn't have Bomber in cycle, he might like NATO backwards. But yeah, I was already gonna say that. How is he gonna defend this push? Looks like he will not be able to. Looks like he goes with a last second bowler, but we're still able to take down the left side tower. And at the same time, look at his king tower, guys. Down to 3000 HP already. Honestly, perfect start right here for us. Okay, let's go with bets here to try and take care. Ooh, he does go with an Electro Giant. Okay, I'm not sure if those was a prediction for like potential bets or just in general an Electro Giant to pressure. Anyways, let's go. Ooh, he does go with a billet or with a tornado. Let's go with a prince in front of it. Okay, we need to be careful, guys. We definitely need to be careful. We should be able to take down the right side tower here as well with the Archer Queen with the prince. But of course, for the king tower, is something we might have to worry about. But I think we should be fine. Honestly, this should be a good and easy Mega Knight. Let's go with Mega Knight right now. Mega Knight should be able to deal with the Electro Giant, then afterwards start knocking back the bowler. And I think here with the help of the towers, of course, as well, we should be able to DPS us down pretty easily. Okay, so the only thing which could, like, how do you say, like, cause us problems right here is to getting 3 crowns. So I think the main thing here is just gonna be pressure, try and take his king tower, but of course we also need to make sure that we defend well. So let's go with wall breakers first. Okay, he does go with an Electro Giant. Let's go with an Archer Queen here up high as well. He's gonna take the wall breaker damage. Wow, okay. Let's go with evil bets here on top of the Goblin cage. It is gonna allow our bets to heal up. Let's then go with a prince. Let's go with a miner here as well. And I think at this point all we need to do is just, 3-crown him somehow. Make sure he doesn't 3-crown us. Let's go with wall breakers here towards the left side as well. Let's continue pressuring. He does go with a bowler on defense. He does go with a bomber. Wall breakers are able to get a double connection. And I think here we just need to cycle to the miner. Let's go with Archer Queen. Let's go with an ability. We need to be careful because he is getting a lot of damage. But let's see, guys. Let's go with a miner here. Let's go with a Goblin gang as well. And let's as soon as possible go with wall breakers. At this point, all we need to do is just get enough damage. Please, miner. There you go. Miner is able to take care of the king tower. So definitely a really interesting matchup right there. I would say that the key is exactly as we did. Pressure, pressure, more pressure. I would say that the opponent was very aggressive as well, though. Like, if he plays single elixir very patiently and then makes one really good Electro Giant push, I would say that there's a matchup which could get very complicated. He was just way too aggressive in single elixir, in my opinion, with the Electro Giant, where we just punish him and basically won because of that. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into the next match. So let's see what we're going to be facing here. Looks like we're facing someone with Princess Tower. So usually when you don't see dagger dashes or cannoneer, I would say, you can always just split the wall breakers. So either against the Princess Tower or against the Royal Chef, I always like to split my wall breakers because they're gonna either force out quite a lot of elixir. Ooh, looks like this guy actually has a magic archer. Let's go with a Mega Knight here right away. Don't really want him to get a lot of damage there, so let's go with a Mega Knight here. Let's go with bets as well, and let's wait a little bit to see, okay, how is he gonna defend it? He does end up going with his miner. He also goes with skeletons. He spent quite a lot of elixir. Let's see if we can maybe get the Mega Knight. Oh, I want to say maybe get the Mega Knight to jump on top of the tower. Looks like instead he would just go with wall breakers, and the Mega Knight is not gonna jump on top of the tower. So well played by him. Let's wait a little bit and see, okay, what is he gonna do? I think he might, I was about to say that. I think he might have a tank like a Valkyrie, a Knight, maybe even Goblinstein. So let's go with a miner here. As soon as we pop the Archer Queen ability, just to make sure that the miner is gonna tank for the Archer Queen, and we're gonna force out another troop on top of her. So good amount of chip damage there. I do need to be very careful with the magic archers because, of course, as you guys maybe already have seen, I only have a zap as a spell. So we need to be very, very careful when to... Okay, nice. Ooh, that was a nice try by him. I wanted to say nice King Tower activation. Looks like he did mess it up. I would say that wall breakers is probably one of the hardest activations in Clash Royale. Like, to pull it off with a tornado is actually pretty difficult. Okay, so I guess we need to take advantage of the fact that he just used his tornado. Let's wait a little bit. Let's then afterwards go with the bets right here. I definitely want to go with an Archer Queen at the bridge as well. And let's go with a miner towards the Magic Archer, knowing that he doesn't have the tornado on cycle. How is he going to defend these guys? Okay, let's pop the Archer Queen ability here as soon as possible to make sure that we take care of the skeletons, take care of the miner. And he does go with a tornado, but still going to take so much damage right there. Okay, we need to be careful because he does, okay, he doesn't go for wall breakers. I want to say he does have the Valkyrie with a lot of HP on the right side. He might pressure with the Valkyrie. Instead, he just uses the lock on defense. And I would say that if we don't make a big mistake, this should be pretty much our victory. But we need to be careful because we don't have a big spell. Like, if he plays all of the sudden like Muhammad Light, he could still potentially beat us. So let's go with a Prince plus Mega Knight push here. Let's wait a little bit, maybe go with a Magic Art. Okay, looks like instead, okay, he's just gonna go all in right here. I mean, I kind of like his decision, but I think we might be able to defend this, guys. The Mega Knight even comes back to help. We can go with an Archer Queen here as well. Let's, yeah, definitely just leave it like this. Mega Knight's able to get a jump on top of the right side tower as well. And I guess in the meantime, we can just cycle, let's cycle a Goblin Gang here first. And I think this should be now 100% sure good game. Let's go with a Magic Archer ability, or let's go with an Archer Queen ability. Let's go with a Prince up high, making sure that the Magic Archer is not able to get a lock on top of the Archer Queen and the tower at the same time. Mega Knight on top of everything, and it is gonna get, that is gonna be a very nice and solid victory. 12 HP on the right side tower, almost take 2 towers. And honestly, that was a pretty good matchup. I would say that usually talking, like generally talking, I would say that these type of Mega Knight Miner decks do pretty good against Cycle decks. So let's see if this guy is also going to be running a Cycle deck or if we're going to face something different. Anyways, as I mentioned before, whenever I see a Princess or a Royal Chef Tower, I always like to start off with the Wallbreaker split. Looks like this guy has a Goblin Cage evolution. Let's wait a little bit to yeah, make sure that we can get value from the bets. And then afterwards, I'm going to go with a miner here to tank for the bets. Goblin Cage could be, for example, Splash Yard, Graveyard. Yeah, after seeing Baby Dragon, I'm definitely thinking about a potential Graveyard deck. Maybe it could also be like Golem or something, but most of the times there you already have it. It is gonna be some kind of Graveyard deck. So let's actually go with the Archer Queen plus ability here. Let's go with the Goblin Gang. Definitely a very aggressive Graveyard by him, if you ask me. He's still gonna get a lot of damage. But can we get a counter push going here? That's the real question. Can we get something going with the Prince, with the Goblins, with the Archer Queen as well? He does go with the Ice Wizard, but the Ice Wizard is just gonna go down very quickly. We can go with an ability here as soon as possible. Wait, what? Okay, there was a very strange interaction. I'm not sure if you guys saw what happened there. I wanted to pop the ability. It seemed like I popped the ability. Then the Archer Queen got pulled in for 1 second. And then afterwards I had to like reactivate it. That was kind of strange interaction. But still a very nice counter push. And why are people so aggressive? Like, am I the only one noticing that these guys are so aggressive? Like, why does he all of a sudden go with like Baby Dragon Graveyard? Like, that was super aggressive by him. And then kind of the same story what happened in the match number 1. Like, I feel like if this guy plays perfect in single elixir and then just patiently wait for a good Graveyard, he will definitely beat us. But it's just like the Electro Giant player where he went so aggressive, we got a good counter push, and then afterwards we're just gonna win the match because of that. This guy, as you guys can see, clearly gave up. He didn't play a single card anymore after losing his left side tower. So let's just quickly trick on him. I will definitely take the W. Pretty nice and easy. See you guys soon with match number 4. Okay guys, hopping into match number 4. Looks like we're up against this guy called Tarek. I think I faced him sometimes. I'm pretty sure he's a beatdown player. I'm not sure if it's the P.E.K.K.A. Goblin Giant deck, what type of beatdown deck he uses, but I'm like 99% sure that he uses some type of beatdown deck. Okay, let's go with a Zep here to cycle mainly on top of the Bomber. Let's then afterwards cycle Wallbreakers, and oh no, it's gonna be Electro Giant. Okay, let's go with bets here. Let's wait a little bit. Let's then go with a Prince here just to make sure that the bowler doesn't get on top of the tower. He does go with his Tornado, but the Prince is luckily for us not gonna die to the bowler. Or like, it's gonna take care of the bowler, but it is gonna take a lot of damage here against the Electro Giant. And this is just gonna be so rough, guys. I'm not sure how we can deal with this matchup. But anyways, let's go with a miner. Let's go with a Zep here as well to retarget the tower on top of the miner. Wanted to see if we can get something going with the, what's it called, with the Prince. But luckily, well, not luckily, but good for him that he had the Brawler ready, because he is gonna defend that perfectly. Okay, let's go with Wallbreakers here. Definitely not the start we were looking for, comparing it to the other Electro Giant player where we were just able to destroy his Electro Giant and get a big counter push. This time we're actually the one starting off in a really bad position. Okay, let's go with miner, let's go with bets, let's go with the Goblin Gang here as well. I mainly just want to keep out the pressure as much as possible, trying to get damage left and right. We need to be very careful though, because if he manages to get a Electro Giant going, for example, with the Phoenix or even with the Bowler, that's gonna be a problem for us. Okay, let's go with Prince here. I feel like if he's smart, he might just go with Electro Giant, but he still needs to defend the Prince, so he might not, yeah, go for that. Okay, I don't know why. I was like, for 1 second, does the Zap work against the Brawler? I don't think so, right? Like, imagine zapping the Brawler. I don't think that really changes anything, or does it? Okay, let's go with a Mega Knight towards the right side. He does go with Electro Giant same lane, okay. I would like to maybe get the bets on top of the Brawler as soon as possible to, of course, defend it, but also to try and maybe get something going. But let's first go with the Archer Queen here, and let's then go with the bets. Okay, he does go with his Bomber. Let's go with a Miner here as well. Let's go with an ability, and he uses his Tornado. So let's see how is he gonna deal with the bets, with the wall breakers. Looks like he used his Goblin Cage. Let's go with a Goblin Gang here on the left side lane, and let's then afterwards try and support the Mega Knight. Probably with bets and a Miner, right? I think that will be the best play right here. Okay, let's go with a Miner. Let's go with bets. Let's see what he has in cycle to defend that. Looks like he doesn't have much in cycle. He seems to be forced to go with a Tornado defensively, and I think here we just need to keep under pressure. Mega Knight Evolution actually isn't great against the Electro Giant, guys, so we need to just try and force out the tower trade right here. That's gonna be the best play we can make. We can definitely not defend this. Okay, let's go with a Zap here to try and take care of the Brawler as soon as possible. Nice. Please tell me that we take the tower. Oh my god, no, it's gonna be so close, but I think we don't take it. Yeah, we definitely don't take it. Man, 800 HP left on his right side tower. Well played to him. I think this was an example of when someone plays well with Electro Giant, how it can be very complicated against Electro Giant with Mega Knight. Okay guys, hopping into the next match. So definitely an unfortunate matchup right there, even though in game number 1 we were able to beat it. That's definitely not really a deck you want to see when using Mega Knight Miner, especially because of the interaction where the Mega Knight, like the evil Mega Knight, doesn't knock back the Electro Giant. I'm not sure if you guys played when the Mega Knight used to knock it back. I don't know if it's now like bugged, or I don't know if they now like, how do you say that, like if it's intentional that it has that interaction, but if it's not, it's definitely a really annoying interaction, because it just basically means that the Mega Knight Evolution, knocking back Golems, knocking back Giants, like that is perfect, and then when you can't knock back the Electro Giant in this case is of course like very, very annoying. Okay, I think he's gonna maybe pop his ability. Yeah, there you go, there's his ability. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Honestly, the Mighty Miner on the right side is not gonna deal that much damage, and Mighty Miner out of cycle means that we can get a really good push going here with the Mega Knight. I'm gonna go Earthquake here as well. Let's see what is he gonna do to defend that. He does go with his Firecracker Skeletons to try and activate the King Tower, but of course there, yeah, he was not gonna activate the King Tower with the Firecracker distracting, and I think I'm gonna go Prince just to make sure to activate the King Tower. If he pressures with like Hawk Rider or something, we can then have the bets ready to try and defend it as good as possible. Okay, so Hawk Rider Psycho. I mean, I already said it before that normally against Psycho decks we do pretty well with Mega Knight Miner. You always need to be careful though, because of course if they play it super well, especially here with us only having Zap and in this case the opponent having the Firecracker, we always need to be very careful. Okay, when to go with, for example, I don't know, like the pushes, when to more defend, like it always depends on the situation, I guess. Okay, let's go with the Archer Queen here to try and defend the Hawk Rider as good as possible. We are gonna just let it be for now. We are gonna take a lot of damage, but I guess it's fine. Let's in the meantime go with the Goblin Gang. He goes with his Earthquake defensively, and okay, this is definitely not looking easy. Let's have the Zap ready in case he goes with his Skeletons. Looks like he does go with his Skeletons, so let's go with his Zap there right away. He goes with the Ice Spirit, but even with the Ice Spirit, one of the wall breakers is gonna get a nice connection on the left side tower, and definitely a close matchup so far. I feel like both of us have been playing this pretty well, especially him, like so far getting good amount of damage, but not being over aggressive. Like I feel like if the Hawk Rider players is over aggressive in single elixir, we can then get a really nice counter push. If they don't do that mistake, we can actually have like problems afterwards breaking through their defense. So let's wait a little bit. Let's go with a Miner here towards the Firecracker. Let's have the Zap ready as well. Nice, and let's wait and see. Okay, what is the opponent gonna do? Okay, Mega is able to knock back the Mighty Miner, so that's great for us. It's actually able to get really close to the tower, and let's in the meantime have the ability ready. Let's go with an ability right now. We're probably gonna force out a lock. There you go, we force out the lock, so that's amazing. And we can maybe then go with like a double lane pressure even. Okay, let's go with a Prince plus a Goblin Gang right side. He doesn't have his lock and cycle, so that should be kind of annoying for him to stop. He needs to go. Okay, let's go with a Zap here right away on top of the Skeletons. Let's in the meantime go with bets here towards the left side tower, and we are able to get a connection with the Mega Knight. Prince on the right side also getting a lot of damage. Let's go with the Archer Queen here, and let's have the Mega Knight ready. Honestly, the right side tower, I'm not too worried about this. Like honestly, we can just take some damage. We can then now go with the evil Mega Knight, and I think this might even be good game. because of the pressure he just made towards the right side lane. Because now we're gonna have the Archer Queen, Miner plus Bats left side tower. We can go with Wall Breakers right side. With the Mega Knight, we can go with a Goblin Gang left side. Like, we're just able to apply so much pressure. And let's see how he's gonna defend this, but I don't think he has much elixir right now. Look at the Goblin Gang left side. He needs to go with an Earthquake last second. Those Goblins are gonna get so much damage to the point where the Miner is just gonna take care of the left side tower. So I told you guys before as well, usually Mega Knight Miner against Psycho deck does pretty well. You always need to be kind of careful, but I think this was a very good example of how to play against the Psycho deck. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into the last match of today's video. I'm not sure why, but we're facing actually people all the time a little bit lower than us. I guess not many people playing right now. Anyways, let's see what we're going to be facing. And once again, a Goblin Cage. Okay, I think we faced quite a lot of Goblin Cage in today's video. I think that's like the 4th or maybe even the 5th Goblin Cage we're going to face in today's video. So let's actually go with a Mega Knight here, tanking for the bets. It is going to take care of the Goblin Brawler. It is going to apply some pressure. It looks like we're going to be facing recruits. Okay, I mean recruits. We have Mega Knight, we have Archer Queen, we have some distraction units. I think recruits itself shouldn't be a big problem. The problem which might, like a card which might cause us problem, which he already showed, is in this case the Flying Machine. Because of course Flying Machine, if he is able to get a lot of value out of it, we don't have anything to, really defend it, you know? Like we don't have, I don't know, like a Fireball, a Poison. We only have Zap as a spell, so we always need to be very, very careful when to go with, for example, Bats on top of the Flying Machine, when to cycle Bats, because it's pretty much our only answer to directly at least distract or sometimes take care of a Flying Machine. So let's go with the Archer Queen here. Looks like he does go with his Goblin Cage. I feel like we might be able to get something going here. Okay, I have an idea, guys, which might be a little bit aggressive, but let's see. Let's go with the Mega Knight now. Let's go with an ability here as well. He doesn't have arrows in Cycle. Nice. Mega Knight is just gonna straight go to the tower. No, it looks like he does get the what's it called? The recruits down on time, but we still have the bats there. We still have the Archer Queen supporting. We're getting so much damage done on top of the troops, and we are gonna get the bats to the tower, and it's actually gonna be a really good amount of damage. And he also spent so much elixir. Like, it's not like he didn't spend much elixir and we got damage. He actually spent, I think, all of his elixir to try and defend that, and we still managed to take care of all of his troops, while also getting a good amount of damage there. Okay, let's go with Wall Breakers left side. Let's hopefully we can take care of the, oh no, I would say hopefully we can force arrows. Looks like instead we're gonna force out a Brawler. Let's go with a Miner here towards the right side, because he's still gonna have to deal with the bats. And look at the Prince, guys. Oh my god, the Prince is just gonna straight go to the tower. Very bad zappies by him, and I think that might be a good game actually, because there's only 45 seconds left. He just used his Royal Hawks. We can go with Archer Queen here towards the right side, and I think at this point all we need to do is just survive, distract his units, and try to defend as good as possible. Okay, he's definitely gonna arrow the, yeah, I was about to say that, he's definitely gonna arrow the Archer Queen there. Fireball plus arrows does take care of the Archer Queen. Let's go with bats. Let's go with a Prince here just to make sure, and we also have the Mega Knight ready whenever he goes with the Royal Hawks. But I think at this point all he needs to do is probably just close the app and go off, because I don't think there's a way for him to take the tower, honestly. Let's go with the Archer Queen here. 10 seconds left. I don't really see how he's gonna take the tower. All we need to do is just buy time. Let's go with an ability. Let's go with a Miner here on defense as well. Let's wait a little bit. Let's go with bats on top of the Flying Machine. Let's go with a Mega Knight here, and that should be, yeah, even if he was maybe gonna get a lot of damage here, the time is over anyway. So very nice video, very fun, and also a really good push to be honest. I'm not sure how much we pushed up in today's video, but that was definitely a pretty solid push. We are gonna unfortunately lose against this Electro Giant player, but besides that we got a lot of good wins, and also for some reason a lot of aggressive players, like game number 1, Electro Giant player being extremely aggressive, the Graveyard player being extremely aggressive. I'm not sure why that happened, but anyways, we managed to take good advantage of that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.